Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are going to completely crack the code on one of the most delightfully mysterious creatures out there, the domestic cat. Now, if you're a new cat owner, I'm guessing you probably brought your furry little friend home expecting, instant cuddles and a tiny shadow that follows you absolutely everywhere. But instead, you might be getting a bit more of the cold shoulder than you bargained for. Well, don't worry, you are definitely not alone, and honestly, you aren't doing it wrong. You're just speaking human instead of feline. Think of me as your mentor today. I'm going to guide you through some super clear, scientifically backed steps to build a literally unbreakable bond with your new cat.
It really is the ultimate question, isn't it? Why does your cat ignore you, but then happily accept pets from a total stranger who just walked through the front door? It's so frustrating. I mean, you buy them the best food, the most expensive toys, you give them all your love, and they just stare at you from across the room. But here is the secret. Those accidental mistakes you're making them entirely out of love. You're just applying the wrong kind of logic.
To really get this, we have to look at our human instincts versus actual feline science. Human logic tells us that to show love, we need to chase after our pets, scoop them up, shake toys right in front of their faces to get their attention, and use this loud, exaggerated baby talk. Basically, we treat them like dogs or human babies. But feline logic, it's a completely different ballgame. To a cat, love and trust mean giving them control. It means mimicking the subtle, hiding movements of prey during playtime and speaking in a very specific, soft tone. We're accidentally pushing our cats away simply by overwhelming them.
So, here is our roadmap for this explainer. We're covering 6 areas. 1. Common mistakes. 2. Feline communication. 3. Playtime and petting. 4. Scent bonding. 5. A daily bonding routine. And 6. Actionable success steps. Let's get to it.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Common Mistakes.
The single biggest error we make is chasing a cat's affection. Taking away their control is just a massive mistake. Listen to this quote for a second. They don't come to you because you asked, they come to you because they decided to. Cats just aren't wired like dogs. Think of it like that person in your life who tries way too hard to get your attention, right? Your natural instinct is to pull back. Well, cats do the exact same thing. So instead of chasing them, try passive cohabitation. Literally just sit in the same room, read a book, scroll on your phone, and exist near them without making it about them. When your cat eventually strolls over to you entirely on their own, that moment means 10 times more than any forced cuddle ever could.
Moving right along to Section 2, Feline communication. Let's learn how to actually speak their language.
Now, there's actually some incredibly cool science behind how we talk to our cats. A 2022 study from Paris-Nanterre University found something absolutely fascinating. Cats actually do respond to a specific tone of voice, but only when it comes from their owner. When strangers used it, the cats completely ignored them. And we aren't talking about loud, all-over-the-place baby talk here. We're talking about what's called cat-directed speech. It's softer, slightly higher in pitch, and just incredibly calm. Imagine you're leaning in to let your cat in on a juicy secret. When you use this specific, quiet tone, something literally clicks in their brain. They recognize your rhythm, and it makes them feel entirely safe.
But hey, it's not just about how you sound, it's about how you look too. See, in the feline world, eye contact is a direct threat. Staring is literally how cats intimidate each other. So if your cat is looking at you and slowly closes their eyes, they aren't just sleepy. They are doing the exact opposite of a threat. They're communicating, hey, I trust you enough to be vulnerable right now. Returning a gentle, calm, slow blink back at them from across the room is the ultimate way to say, I love you in cat language.
And to back this up, a 2020 study from the University of Sussex in Portsmouth put this exact thing to the test. They had owners slow blink at their cats, and guess what? The cats were significantly more likely to blink back, and they even approached the owner afterwards. This single, tiny visual habit literally changes how your cat feels about you. Seriously, try it next time you catch them staring at you from the sofa.
Okay, now that we are communicating clearly, let's jump into Section 3, Playtime and Petting.
So when they finally do approach you, you really need to know exactly where it is scientifically safe to touch them. Research from the University of Lincoln mapped this out perfectly based on where a cat's scent glands are located. Your absolute safe zones, the cheeks, the base of the ears, and right under the chin. Touching them here makes you part of their world. But watch out for the danger zones. The belly is what I like to call a trust trap. When they roll over, yes, they are showing you trust, but they are absolutely not asking for a belly rub. If you fall for the belly trap, you're probably going to get swatted. Same goes for the base of the tail. It's a highly sensitive area that gets overstimulated super fast, which usually results in a sudden nip. Just stick to the head and chin, and you'll be golden.
This whole need for feline-specific logic applies to playtime, too. Have you ever wondered why your cat completely ignores an expensive $20 toy but goes absolutely wild for a crumpled-up piece of a receipt? It is all about the movement. Bad play is shaking a toy directly in their face. Good play mimics a mouse. Remember, cats are born hunters. Their brains are triggered by things that run away, hide, dart around, and freeze. You want to drag a toy slowly behind a corner, let it disappear, and then just peek it out. When you let them stalk, catch, and win, they associate that incredible hunting thrill directly with you. You basically become the source of their absolute favorite feeling.
Which brings us right to Section 4, scent bonding. To a cat, their nose is their entire reality. We've talked about sound, sight, and touch, but smell? Smell is their most crucial environmental element. When your cat bumps their head against your leg or rubs their little cheeks on your hand, they aren't just petting you back. They are actively putting their scent on you, officially marking you as safe. Once you smell like them, you stop being just some person in the house, and you actually transform into their home. So here's a massive pro tip. Don't constantly wash away their comfort. If they love a specific blanket, let their scent live on it. You can even take a clean, soft sock, gently rub it on their cheeks, and leave it right next to where you sit on the couch. It makes the space smell perfectly blended and totally safe to them.
All right, let's look at Section 5, daily bonding routine, and see how we can put all of this into practice.
We can weave all of this into a super simple daily timeline without much effort at all. Imagine it's 8 a.m. You start with a quick morning greeting using that soft, secret-sharing, cat-directed speech we talked about. Fast forward to 2 p.m., maybe you're working from home or reading. You practice passive cohabitation. Just exist near them and let them have the control. Then, say, around 7 p.m., you initiate some of that prey-style playtime and enjoy a little scent sharing when they eventually come over to relax.
To make it even easier to visualize, here is your morning checklist. It is all about setting the tone for the day. First, use that soft, high voice for the greeting to establish a safe tone right off the bat. Then, when they look at you while you're sipping your morning coffee, offer a slow blink from afar to signal vulnerability. Finally, do a quick scent check. Leave that worn sock near the bed or their favorite napping spot to safely mix your scents while you go about your morning. These tiny micro-habits literally take seconds, but they build massive trust.
And for the second half of the day, here is your evening checklist. When you're winding down, engage in some passive time. Just sit on the couch and let them come to you on their terms. Follow that up with maybe a 10-minute playtime where you hide and drag a toy, letting them engage that deep hunter instinct and actually catch their prey. And finally, when they're all tired out and purring, stick to safe petting. Rub those cheeks and the chin for that crucial scent gland bonding.
We are wrapping things up now with Section 6, Actionable Success Steps. We have covered a lot of ground today, but we can distill all of this amazing science into 3 absolute non-negotiable rules. Step 1, relinquish control. You got to stop forcing affection and let them make the decision to come to you. Step 2, communicate clearly. Remember to use the slow blink from across the room, keep your voice soft, and stick to petting only those safe scent zones around the face. And step 3, play like prey. Ditch the boring toy shaking and give their brain a real puzzle with unpredictable hiding movements. When you combine all of these things, the respect for their space, the visual communication, the thrilling playtime, and that all-important mixing of scents, you become so much more than just an owner. You honestly become their entire world. I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Your cat is ready to make you their home. So, are you ready to speak their language? Thanks for joining me for this explainer today. I really hope it helps you build an absolutely incredible bond with your feline friend. Until next time, keep learning and keep slow blinking